All right, Owner Builders Unite. This is the weekend before the Energy Fair, and we're doing a promotional video for it to get you guys up to speed on the Energy Fair with Pete, myself, Goldie, my partner, and the amazing Nick Navarez. Nick, what's your role in the Energy Fair?
I'm the producer. I have been for about 5 years now.
Great. Goldie?
I run the home tours
Nice.
and do a little bit of
Everything.
other stuff.
All kinds of rest of it. Cool.
Yeah.
I drive the bus for the home tours. And Pete?
We're doing a panel this year, me and Matt.
Yeah.
Energy Fair this year.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Energy Fair, Nick?
Sure. Okay. So, as you may or may not know, Crestone, Colorado sits inside of Saguache County, which has historically not had building codes. So this neighborhood in particular became a testing ground for new and alternative building methods decades ago. And so almost 40 years ago, 34 years to be exact, this event, the Crestone Energy Fair, was born to educate and empower future owner builders on how to build their own homes from people who had done it. And with technologies that are rare to find in many other places, especially in a compact area. So people who are building with straw bale, people who are building with earth ships, as you guys did here, people who are building with hempcrete and aircrete and papercrete. You know, there's just not a concentrated location in many places in the country or the earth really that have all these technologies in one place. And so the ability to learn how to do this was really unique. And this event was created to show people how to do it, not only by people who knew how, but by people who were living in those buildings. And so who knew the pitfalls of what not to do. And what, you know, and when you live in these things, you know that you, as a well, not you, but as a straw bale builder, right? You know that you better keep that exterior really nice and buttoned up, right? Or else it's going to get moldy. And then you are not going to be able to breathe. Or you may, but you may die quicker.
So great way to see, kind of other
Yeah.
people's experience and kind of tie it into people that are planning on doing something, whether
Totally.
it's a new construction or an addition.
Yeah, and like what's cool is like here in Crestone, we have a hybridization of all these technologies, right? People who are using, rammed earth or pounded tire, exterior like walls or like thermal mass walls, right? But also have it, creating parts of it out of hempcrete or out of papercrete or whatever. So there's an amalgam of different technologies that is really rare. And with people who know how to do all of these different things in one place. And so the event has grown from not just alternative building technologies, but it's grown into high altitude and desert gardening and agriculture, because we live in a pretty rugged, hard place to live. And being able to grow extraordinary amounts of food. I mean, there's some amazing gardeners here, right? And then it's also moved into alternative energy generation. So I don't think he's doing it this year, but in the past, we've had a presentation by Valley View, people who run the one of the hot springs here, and because they use human methane biodigesters, which means they take the methane from your poop and they use it for heating and for cooking, and it doesn't smell.
Very cool.
And as well as geothermal and solar, like all of our stages are run on solar power. We don't use any on the grid power for any of the stages. And then we've expanded to an entire healing arts village. So we have different healing modalities and energy workers coming to talk about ways to heal yourself. Not just through, allopathic medicine, because we don't even have that. We believe that you can heal yourself oftentimes naturally with food or through energy work. So it's a really beautiful event. And again, it's in its 34th year. And each year it's grown and become more perfect. In large part because of the significant number of volunteers that we have who are now running it and doing an extraordinary job in finding their niche passion and creating something that is really more than any of us. but really a representation of how beautiful this community is.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
True.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Well, Goldie, you're part of the Energy Fair. You know, with some of the stuff Nick just talked about with alternative building, power generation, things like that. You head up all the home tours, and this year, just like all the previous years, Goldie's done it and hosted it. There's under construction homes, and then, you know, done homes, if you will, homes that are finalized. So can you talk a little bit about that? Because that's really valuable for people that, you know, are wanting to learn, like Nick was saying, about straw bale, earthship, whatever. They can go on a home tour and maybe see something. So
Yeah, so that's the coolest thing I think about the Energy Fair is that, you know, a lot of people come that are interested in alternative building, and not only do we have all of these amazing demonstrations, and this year we're doing a really cool thing in town where we're actually putting to use different building modalities all in the same structure. So we're building an actual shed that's going to have rock wall, aircrete, hemp wall, and what's
I think Ram
Straw
Bird
bale.
on the
and
back
oh yeah,
too.
straw
Straw
bale
bales,
and ram
Ram
bird.
Bird, yep.
And it's gonna have some bottle walls in it, so it's gonna be a really cool, almost like science experiment too, of long-term watching and monitoring how these different modalities do in the elements. And
Because a couple years ago we tried this, and you know, we did like rammed tires and things like that, and built them on top of each other, and then left them out in the elements, and they kind of melted. Yeah, and so we're learning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the cool thing is because normally, you know, we're a free event, and so we don't spend a ton of money on a location where we can build structures. But now we have some private property where we're able to build a structure that we don't have to take down because, you know,
Yeah.
we've all done our fair share of tire pounding demonstrations that we've had to undo
Oh, it sucks.
after the fair, which is just like a
Yeah.
dagger in the heart. But so this year they get to stay up, and they're
Yes.
going to be right in town, and anyone can go see them. And so that's a really cool thing. And then, like, to go even further, we have the home tours, which is just the best way. If you're thinking about building or interested in building, to actually be inside of like an earth home or a straw bale home, and to just see the possibilities of creativity in these hand-built homes. It's just, you know, there's nothing like it. Like, you can't just watch on a YouTube video how these houses function. So
What homes are on the tours this year? What type of
so,
homes?
Yeah, we do 4 homes each day. So Saturday is going to be homes that are under construction, which this year we're going to visit a silo home, a scoria bag, a straw bale, and a big, huge villa that our friends are building down here,
Nice.
which is a good example of how to blend kind of more mainstream construction with passive solar and more like earth-friendly ideas.
What time does the home tour start on Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday, they're both 8 a.m. to noon. This is a paid portion of the fair, so if you want, you can get online, sign up, buy your ticket. It's only $35 for 4 hours. There's going to be snacks. You're going to meet a ton of people who are interested in the same kind of life that we're all living out here. So
Yeah,
The home tours is actually one of the only ways this event makes money.
Yep.
And there's countless hours towards people donating tons of time. Nick, Lisa, I can't even go on with the names, Goldie, everyone that's involved.
Now, we actually figured that the median amount of hours that we put in is about 1,000 per person.
Crazy.
Just so many people. I shouldn't even start listing names. 'Cause
Yeah.
names go on like crazy. And
Oh
it's
my
one of the
gosh.
only ways they make money, and it's a great cause to donate to. This event does so much.
That's awesome about the homes that are kind of in progress. How about the finished homes? What types of houses would people see that if they go?
yeah, so then the completed homes are Sunday, which we're also visiting a completed scoria bag home. So
Oh, wow.
you'll have the chance to see it under construction and then finished. We're also visiting an earthship and a train car, which is one of my most favorite ways that people use something that's already like totally had one life and giving it a second life as a home. And then a papercrete earthship hybrid really awesome spot. So.
Nice. And one thing I will say about these home tours, people, if you're an owner builder, if you're watching our channel, and that's obviously kind of what we're talking about there, and tips for owner builders, like go to these home tours, support the Energy Fair, because for $35 to see 4 different homes for 4, I mean, people buy books for that, you know, it's like, this is more information than a book. If you go and talk to these people, see it, touch it.
Yep.
These videos are great, and I love home tour videos of alternative construction on YouTube, different channels, but like to actually go to a community where there's a concentration, like Nick said, of alternative types of demos, it's like, and if you're buying land here in Saguache County where there's no building code still, and this is like the last hurrah, if you want to do this, come out and do it.
Yeah,
At least come see these
You have
people.
2 more years.
2 more years.
2 more years before there are some sort of building code in Saguache County. So you have 2 years.
So
to
shit
buy
or get off
property
the
here.
pot. Shit or get
And
off
Nick's
the
a
pot.
realtor, so
And I'm driving the bus. So you can ask me as many questions as you want.
That's true. That's so
Yeah.
funny. So the Energy Fair happens on September 16th and 17th of this year, so next weekend. We are anticipating a good number of people here. You know, we try to have stuff for everyone, right? And every type of learning type, right? So we have the home tours that you can go and see and touch and feel the insides of these amazing houses. We have talks with the community about you know, different food sovereignty issues, you know, building soil. We have the natural builders panel where we have different types of builders who are talking about the pros and cons of those different building types. We have, you know, if you're not into learning the whole time, we have an entire stage just of music, and with some really dope food vendors from around the area who are providing, you know, food that you don't usually get in the area.
How many vendors so far?
Food vendors?
Yeah.
I think we have 6.
Wow.
Yeah, we have.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't list them because that's not my
That's
not my
okay.
thing. But I know they're gonna be good.
Awesome. So
and
food,
with
music,
food, music. Yeah,
tons of
in the healing modality
demonstrations.
area, you can do qigong, you can do
Nice.
tai chi. I'm actually really excited about this one guy named Brian Besco. He has a company called Twisted Sage, and they make what are called tensor rings, which I are the things that I wear. But they are when you get a conductive piece of metal and coil it on itself and then solder it to itself in a certain length or piece of a length of a measurement called a cubit, which was what the Egyptians used to use to build pyramids. It will emanate a frequency. It will harness the Earth's energy and emanate a frequency by itself that cause the electrons in your body to turn in a certain way. And so he's going to be there not only selling but presenting in the Healing Village this year.
That's awesome.
I'm super excited about that one.
Nice.
I've been a fan forever, and I was recently able to connect with him personally, and was able to get him at the fair. You know, but there's just something for everyone. There's even a whole kids area. Rainbow Lightning. Taylor Martin is going to be coming. She usually brings this program from music festivals around the country, and it's just extraordinary in helping kids connect with their parents on how to live more sustainably and why it's fun. You know,
So all ages, it's free.
all ages and free. Come
I
on.
mean, Crestone, there's so many beautiful national parks,
Yeah.
sand dunes, there's Rio Grande National
And
Forest,
there's
Hot
almost
springs.
unlimited
BLM land, there's hot springs.
hot springs. Yeah, there's 3 hot springs within a half hour, 45 minutes of us. There's unlimited camping. You know, there's BLM land, like you said, national forest. Even if some of the Airbnbs might be booked up, because we do have quite a bit going on. Actually, one of the religious organizations that are in the area, Chamaling, their Rinpoche is going to be here at the same time. So we're gonna try to talk to them about maybe coming to the event for
Awesome.
a blessing on one of the days.
Awesome.
We have the Native American dancers coming to do our opening ceremony. We're gonna have a really beautiful
Friday night, right? Opening
on
ceremony?
No, on Saturday.
Okay,
It's Saturday morning. Actually, we just recently added. We are going to be doing a program Friday night at T Road Brewing. I'm super excited. They're going to be having one of the local bands here do just an opening party for us,
Cool.
and we're really excited to be partnering with them again, and showcasing some of the really amazing musicians that are in the area.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, it's an amazing program, and we really try to make it something that everyone feels welcome to, regardless of socioeconomic status. That's why we keep it free. And so the only thing we ask is that if you can, please consider donating $10-20. I'll send you the link to our GoFundMe and stuff like that.
Yep.
Again, we do this completely for free. And
I'll say, if you want to come and really connect with the community and get involved, you can volunteer, and we will feed you.
Yep. There you go. We have over
it's even better.
1,000. We have 1,000 volunteer slots of 3 hours apiece.
Wow.
It's only 3 hours. You get
It's only
a meal
3 hours,
ticket.
and you get a meal ticket, and we have an entire volunteer and crew kitchen that runs all weekend long. And if you have that ticket, you get a free meal. So it's a pretty good gig, and it's all fresh, organic, local stuff that we're cooking. So it's pretty amazing, and it's a way to really experience this community in its best and most beautiful light.
And Crestone keeps on growing. It's so much growth since the four of us have moved here.
Yeah,
within
right?
the past
All in the
7-8
kind of same
years.
time, yeah, right,
It's
yeah.
so we've been doing the Energy Fair and helping out in various different ways. I know specifically Owner Builders Unite. Our talk is going to be at noon on Sunday. So anybody that specifically wants to hear me and Matt, it's called Ask an Owner Builder. So we'll go over
Interactive
things.
with the crowd.
Interactive. We'll take questions. We're kind of break down prices of how much it cost us to build our houses, things like that. But again, something for everybody, whether it's music, panels, demonstrations, stuff for the kids. I mean, again, beautiful nature, beautiful community, and just great
There's
people.
a really cool artist installation that we're doing this year.
Oh,
and
yep.
there's a whole...
Our theme this year is Reimagine Self, Village, and Nature. It's our third year with the latter part of that moniker. And what we're trying to do is imagine what we could be. I feel like we live on paradise on earth, minus every now and then a few hiccups. But I feel like this is an opportunity for us to really put our minds into what we want and envision our place to look like in 10 years, in 20 years, in 100 years. And so the artists are coming together and creating a living space of what an ideal off the land space would look like. And so that's going to be a really cool installation they'll be doing at the fair as well.
Which is also interactive. So
Interactive,
anyone
yes.
that's interested in
100%.
participating.
So anybody, please come out. Check out CrestoneEnergyFair.org.
Yep.
Check out YouTube.com/Crestone Energy Fair. We'll have all the links for the GoFundMe and stuff in the description. But
And volunteer.
volunteer.
Spot for everyone.
Spot for everyone, totally. Yeah.
Like and subscribe our channel. Owner Builders Unite.
We'll see you there.